got the head all nice and clean. At least the surface is nice and clean. All the old gaskets off and everything like that. I'm not showing every single step in this of like what I'm doing. I'm doing a lot of stuff that I'm not capturing on camera just because it's so hard to be constantly turning the camera on and off. I mean, it's not a how-to or anything. I'm going to pop out the old valve guides and then give this thing a really, really good cleaning, all the inside and everything like that. Put in a new valve guide. I'm gonna lap the valves, which means just like grind them into their seats with a grinding compound, and then start putting together everything else. I think that's the order of doing everything. All right, there's another special tool that you're supposed to need to take out the valve guides. We're just gonna use the old valve as a guide inside the valve guide, and then a socket on it to hopefully tap it out, and I think that's how we'll get the new valve in as well. I'm gonna go slow at first just to make sure. I think the old valve stem will keep the valve guide from collapsing, and yeah, and the diameter matches pretty good at the top of the valve guide, so I think we'll be all right. Hopefully this works.
Did you manage to get over and have a look at that boat down Nettle Bay? The
Oh, the Seawind?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh no.
That
Too far.
first one was the tightest.
Yeah, it was. Chill jets.
Hello.
This is Ryan and Luke. You guys are the brains, man. You helped me figure out that freaking set screw, and Luke helped me make the most important tool I needed for the whole
the
freaking project.
Oh no, the weld.
Well, yeah, the two, the polar and the monster socket. We got the first new valve guide in. We got all the old ones out. The first new one in. Going so far so good. Knock on wood. 3 more left to go, and hopefully they go just as smooth as the first. I'm just using the valve and the old valve guide as kind of a guide to press down on it. Yeah, here we go. Number 2. Got our trusty calipers to measure the protrusion on the other side. Should be 7 millimeters according to the manual. Just a tiny bit more on this one. Oh, wow. That worked way better than first. Hopefully that goes as smooth every time. There's a special tool for this as well, which again, I don't have. It's like a special clamp. But this is honestly, use a socket, and these little clips are kind of dropping into place. Hopefully this one goes as good as the last one did. So risky because I don't have any extra of these. Taking it off super careful because it's a spring, so one's not clipped on fully. The spring could shoot him up. tomorrow, we see if I did it right. If it runs tomorrow, I win the bet. It's all put back together, except for the fuel lines, but I'm waiting to put the engine in there because the fuel lines are kind of getting in the way of how we were lifting it last time. But it's all put back together pretty much, and yeah, tomorrow we'll see if it runs. I'm so tired. Good night. Alright, let's do this sucker. You want some shoes on? Are you okay?
Nah, I'm alright.
Okay. I'll slowly go up there. Actually, yeah, let's go up though, because we gotta get it above this That's good, right? Yeah, there, I think. This was the hardest angle. Alright, I'm ready when you're ready. Okay, go for it. Hey, Billy? Yep, all good. How you doing online?
We got about 3 feet left. I got about a foot.
It's got to go down another 2 feet.
I think I can just hold it.
Yeah, it's a 6 to 1, I think.
Let me take the stopper knot off. Hold on. Okay, you ready?
Yeah. How is that?
Well, I still got it on the winch, so we got a little bit of line to play with.
Okay. At least if it falls, it's not too far.
Yeah.
All right, a little bit slower there. Yep. Should be it, yeah. Nice. All right. Oh man. Whew. That's a relief.
Did you borrow this tackle for the job or you had it?
No, that's the main sheet.
Oh, right.
It's upside down. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, you guys. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. That's a first for me. All right, last few things. I just gotta pretty much hook everything up, put all the fuel lines on. I'm gonna check the valve clearance again just to make sure that they're correct, because I was having a little bit of trouble with that the other day, keeping it consistent. Oh man, I'm so nervous. I can't even tell you guys. Like, I don't get nervous too much, but I'm so nervous to start this thing. I was also thinking to myself throughout this project, like, if this doesn't work, if for some reason it just blows up or doesn't start or doesn't run, like if it's just complete failure, how will I feel? And I'll feel so crappy. I'm gonna be so upset, so mad that I did something wrong. If that happens, I'm trying not to think about that too much. However, it was such a good experience doing this thing. I know exactly how the inside of this engine works now, and like when things go wrong, when you have to repair things in the future, you can literally picture what's going on inside the engine when you do stuff like this. So I'm so thankful for that, and whether it works or not, I really hope it runs really well now. When I was debating whether to rebuild this engine or buy a new one, I was so torn, because a new one of these, when it's all said and done, you probably get it for something around $6,000, but somewhere between $6,000 and $7,000. I know they look cheaper online sometimes. They look like they're like $5,000 and change. But when it's all said and done, installing it myself and then having like a certified Yanmar place look over my installation to make it valid for warranty and just kind of approve it, it'd probably be around $6,000, maybe $6,000 to $7,000 in there. I spent a total of maybe like $1,000 or $1,200, and that's just on the engine parts itself, not on the brake cleaner and degreaser and everything. A bunch of little stuff like Tupperware to do all my cleaning, all my parts in, a bunch of little stuff like that. So yeah, it cost me probably around $1,200 to do this engine. And like, I know $1,200 between $6,000 is a big difference, but like, it took me a week to do it. So solid. I mean, now we're on day 8 of doing this, and then plus another day or 2 in the beginning. So it took me like 9 full days, pretty much. It would have taken me, let's say, 2 or 3 days if I just got a brand new engine. It's such a balance. Where was I going with that? So pretty much it cost me a week of my time, and I saved about, I guess you could say, $5,000. I saved about $5,000. But to get an engine that's still 30 years old, but hopefully runs for a long time, because it was the whole bottom end rebuild. Would I do it again? I think so. I think I would do it this way as long as this runs. But like, if your opportunity cost is like, in that week you could work full time and make $5,000, it's probably well worth it just to get a new engine. You know? I don't know. Do you guys agree with that? But then you don't get the experience of exactly what's going on inside that engine and how it works and things like that. So, I don't know. Yeah. Just some interesting thoughts while I've been doing this stuff. But anyway, we're going to get all the components on here and start it up, and hopefully it runs. Alright, I think I'm ready to start the engine. Ryan's here. Say hi, Ryan. For moral support. And I just filled up with oil, with coolant. I'm about to turn the switch on. Ryan's going to start the engine up here. I'm going to go down here and make sure everything's all good. And it's the top one. Alright, go ahead. Hold it for a sec. Let me just check around. Alright, go for it. We're just trying to bleed the fuel out of the injector lines and everything. It's already bled through all the filters.
Right, yeah.
So, I think, yeah, I don't know why it's taken so much, but we're just cracking the return nuts or bolts, whatever you can call it, in the injector lines.
There we go. Third time's a charm.
Yeah, almost there. It's just burping out the bubbles. Yeah. So close.
Oh man, you're organized with your ends there.
That's one of the few things. We exchanged Ryans, so we got the other Ryan on the boat now, helping out.
Yeah.
Moral
buddy.
support, and
We're gonna do it this time.
I think it's gonna go this one. All right, go for it when you're ready. Yeah.